The Legend of Slime developers actually listened. As the title suggests, we have real event news following our previous video. In that video, we bashed on the developers for their lack of events and overall care for their first year anniversary. And you better believe that I stuck to my word, where I said I'd halt all my purchases until they rethink what they're providing to the players. I didn't even renew my Slime Club membership because of this, and let me just tell you that playing without the sweep feature, especially after having the Slime Club membership for close to a year now, is absolutely painful. Now, I'm not going to be taking the credit here for this change of narrative from the developers occurring. I'm not a narcissist to honestly believe that, but it's definitely interesting when we look at the timing, considering the developers have never put out early notices for events, this being ever in their 1 year of operating the game. They've always done surprise updates with event information in the patch notes located in the respective app stores, so I'm glad they are changing their ways. It could be from everyone's negative reactions on the previous video, which the game developers likely saw. So this time around, let's spread some positivity to the developers, especially once we cover all the new coming updates and events. I want to see what you think and what your opinions are this time around in the comments, and like the video if you support these new updates. Now, if you haven't seen already, which I'm sure you haven't, because no one checks and reads the in-game mail or notices, at least I don't, which they should really change, such as adding a new event information pop-up when you load into the game. There are some epic news updates on the horizon. As indicated in this in-game mail, we should head over to the notices section of the game, where we will find information on version 2.0 of the game. This is something we really desperately were waiting for. Now, right off the bat, we know when the event will start, August 10th, and it is in fact celebrating the first year anniversary. And of course, the first event is an attendance reward, as all idle games should have. The attendance event provides the prizes we were practically begging the developers to provide: a new slime. I'm not sure if you knew, but it's been 4 months since our last free slime, which was Newbie, and you can't even get Newbie anymore, so I'm hoping they do add him to the alchemy crafting feature in the next version of the game. That way new players can finally unlock him. Now, if you watched our previous video, I said that a new slime, alongside slime tears and toy hearts, are exactly what the minimum rewards should be. So it looks like they are providing us with just that, so I have zero complaints so far. I'm certain the new slime for the attendance reward will be an S-rank slime. I'm doubtful it'll have any companion damage multipliers, since they don't want the slime to be competitive with the current pay-to-win options. It does make sense, and I don't blame them for that. If they did provide a slime that was competitive, it would cannibalize any potential sales they make on pay-to-win slimes, but at the very least, getting a new slime is helpful for free-to-play and pay-to-win players alike, this being just from the passive owned effects, including bringing another slime into Slime Legion, alongside all the mastery points they provide, pushing you further in the promotion mastery tree. Now, if the slime does have different abilities or perks than what we're normally used to, so a free slime that isn't solely attack based, but one where the slime skill scales off companion damage or provides a damage multiplier of sorts, I would be thoroughly impressed. But we will just have to wait and see what that slime has in store for us. Next up, we have another event, Renewed Invite Friends. I'm assuming these are translated event notes from another language, but I'm assuming it's going to use the referral system that we are all already accustomed with. When the event comes out, I'll likely do a video on how to get the invitation only requirements easily, or I'll just start a comment chain system on the video. That way people can get referrals or invites for them to unlock the reward using the comment section, so look forward to that video once the event is out. And speaking of rewards, we have a new slime again. Depending on the rules here, it could be that the slime is difficult to get, so it might be an SS slime this time around. seeing as it's more work than the attendance reward. Since for the attendance reward you would only be required to log into the game daily, but we never know. There has yet to be a free SS slime in the game, or an S slime with stats that compete against those pay-to-win options, so I'm doubtful it'll be anything major like that, but still, based on this event, the devs are being gracious and providing us not one, but 2 slimes. This means that the developers definitely heard our cries for real rewards, going above and beyond what I initially recommended as the reward base for the first year anniversary event. Next up, we have a new league. I don't believe this will be an event that provides any specific rewards. Usually league changes like the ones we've seen in the past with the Valentine's Day event just result in the enemies changing appearances, so I don't have any additional inputs here beyond what we likely expect as cosmetic changes to the enemies we face from the daily event. They could, however, provide astrology orbs as the main purchase from the daily store. That is an option that is available to them. Now, 2 interesting events here are the Gather events and the Dwarven King one. The Gather event looks like a short-term event that will provide us rewards. I'm going to assume this is a separate event since our current dungeons likely don't have the ability to provide additional rewards, so my best guess is that they will have an event just like Slime Assemble and Slime Commute. It wouldn't be anything major, but free rewards are free, and it's included amongst all these other updates, so I'm definitely not going to complain that they're providing a low effort minigame again, as these usually are, since it's coming as a package deal with all these other events and updates. And lastly, we have this Dwarven King side piece, where we find out what happened between him and Aku. Honestly, that's fairly neat to see some game lore. We don't know who Dwarven King really is, so this might give us some more insight towards the game. And of course, with additional game features come additional rewards, so we're bound to get something nice from this new event. It looks like those are all the events that are lined up for us the next week. My first impressions are really great. I'm very content with what's being provided here. 2 slimes and a bunch of events and rewards, which are exactly what we would have expected and more. So I'm happy the devs actually listened, or they just decided to be more community oriented in the next year going forward. You should definitely let me know what you think of these new events. I really want to read your comments to see if everyone's happy now after the last video. I wouldn't change anything so far, that is until we actually see the events in action. But as it stands, in my eyes, they definitely redeemed themselves for the slime quiz junk that they posted earlier, because I'm surely not going to go through the quiz for a 1 in 100,000 chance to win some junk prizes, as many of you have indicated. Anyways, do subscribe and stay tuned for our future videos covering these events. We do all things Legend of Slime related on this channel, and definitely be sure to show your support by leaving a like on the video. See you next time.